Well, we came in. Okay, first off, I actually want to give a quick happy birthday wish to Ryan Michaels of the channel Ryan96. It is his birthday today, so happy birthday to you, my friend and movie reviewing buddy. Have a good one. So in anticipation of the concert I'm going to see this very Thursday, I am reviewing the album The Wall. So what concert is it? Probably guessed it. Roger Waters' The Wall. Now, The Wall is one of the highest selling albums of all time and had a huge cultural impact. It is by Pink Floyd, but if you have any knowledge of the band, you know that they had a nasty breakup and some troubles. Now it is just Roger Waters who owns sole right to that album, in particular out of most of their albums, and rightfully so, because it's basically the story of his life with some theatrics thrown in for effect. Now, a short time after the announcement of the tour, my friend was going crazy because he's a huge Pink Floyd fan, and it is his favorite album from them. And I liked Pink Floyd at the time. I wasn't obsessed with them like a lot of people. I wasn't a hardcore fan. I liked a lot of their work. I liked Dark Side. I hadn't really gotten into that either. It's just one of those bands where it is tough to get into because they have different works, but they're very distinctive sounding. But once you get in, you get really obsessed. But yes, it is kind of, it took me a while to get into them. But once I did, I was very happy I did. So yes, after convincing, I had heard many songs I had downloaded. I had known them some for a while, some of the obvious ones like Comfortably Numb, Another Brick in the Wall Part 2, Hey You. I had known them, downloaded some random ones, but I really, only knew fragments of the whole story and just really what a great album it was. I wasn't, I didn't know that at the time. So, it had become later months, and we were going on a class trip. That was a very long drive. And something I like to do, on long drives is listen to concept albums. It's just a lot of fun going through the whole story because you have a lot of time, There's really nothing else you can be doing. So yeah, I was doing my bi-monthly run to the record shop or CD store, whatever you want to call it, and I got up some I think I got a Stones album, I got Neil Young album. I think that sparked my whole Neil Young obsession that lasted for a while, and then I went to look for The Wall. I was very excited to finally get it, and they didn't have it. I actually had to look it up on, I think it was Borders. I had to look it up on their website in the computer there. Then we drove to another place, picked it up, and I was very happy. Where is it? Hold on. Yes, I got it. I was very happy, very excited to start listening to it, get the whole thing. My friend was very happy that I finally got it, and wow, when I got it, I really didn't know how those coming months were just gonna be. I was just gonna be super obsessed with the album. And it's still going, because I'm speaking like this was a long time ago, but the weird thing is it's really not, and in that short time I've developed such a love for that, and also a lot of other albums. This has been an amazing, a music experience of time. Really, it has been. I will talk about that other music in another review of albums, because I did get recommended, on that 1,000 subscriber video, do more music reviews, so here you go. While the movie may add other elements, the basic story of The Wall is a young rock star reflecting on his traumatic life, where he had his father die in World War II, an overbearing mother, an adultrous wife, and many other things, eventually leading up to him building this wall within his head as a form of self-isolation to block himself off from society and the outside world. In this, he goes into many delusions, eventually starts believing that he's a fascist leader, and many other things that make The Wall an epic experience. It's about 26 songs long, over 90 minutes, and still manages to keep a pretty good pace despite some stops along the way. The band was struggling to collaborate at the time. I don't think you can really tell because it still sounds absolutely amazing. It's an introspective, it's deep, it's dark, it can be depressing, very gritty at times, but it's very innovative, it's very relatable, it's extremely interesting, and it still is continuously culturally relevant and can be applied to so many situations in society everywhere. It's foreboding and extremely dark, but in that and under that you find something absolutely beautiful. And while it ends rather inconclusively, it tells you, yeah, you gotta break down your walls, tear down your walls, but it doesn't tell you how to do that, and certainly doesn't tell you what to do after that, and that's just so true to life. The vinyl of this I absolutely love. It's, the artwork is just absolutely beautiful. It is amazing. It's something you really can't capture on just a CD because it's so small. It's not as in great shape as some of the other vinyls I have, but just the artwork in it's amazing, and the slip covers are awesome. They have all the lyrics written on them. Actually, what I noticed is that What Shall We Do Now, which is a song they took off because of length or something, it's actually one of the better songs that would have been on the album. It's an amazing song, but it's on the slipcover because they took it off so close to its release that they didn't have time to take it off the slipcover, but it's not anywhere on the vinyl, but I have it on the wall live, but it's a great song. But yeah, it really is just beautiful just to stare at when you're listening to it. I have a shirt that's actually like that. You know, you have Vera, the mother, the teacher, the father. It is just, it's an amazing story. Beautiful, beautiful album. I mean, even just the vinyl itself is extremely detailed. You know, I love some of the more theatrical stuff, like Waiting for the Worms, and especially The Trial. The Trial is one of the first songs when I got the album that I really got obsessed with. It's so fun. I mean, you know, fun relative to the fact that it's an extremely dark song, but it's crazy awesome. All the different characters and everything. And, you know, I love, and even though it's really creepy around the parts of In the Flesh, the second one, the reprise, We're On Like Hell and Waiting for the Worms, I find them just three amazing songs. This just shows how far he goes, how out of his mind he goes. It's part of the whole fascist thing, and in the movie it's displayed fantastically. Even some of the more straightforward stuff is amazing. Mother, beautiful acoustic. It really is just an album. There's so much to love about it. You know, there's some songs that drag. I mean, is there anybody out there that doesn't offer much, but whatever. I just love all the little efforts they put into it, from the hammers to the little audio clips they use from old movies, old British movies, all the references they made to different things. I even love, I don't even know if they meant to do this on purpose, but there's a lot of similarities to the first ever concept album, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, even though it's probably closer to rock operas like Tommy rather than Sgt. Pepper, but it has one of the main characters' names is Vera, which is a name of the grandchildren using When I'm 64, and also there are two songs, which is the opening song, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, and Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band Reprise, and in this, there's In the Flesh, question mark, In the Flesh, no question mark, so I thought that was cool. No matter how you look at it, it's a work of art. Whether it's convoluted or not, it is definitely within my top 5 favorite albums of all time, and seeing it live will be a remarkable experience, whether or not David Gilmour is there or not. You know, their vocalizing harmonies are amazing, but, you know, Roger Waters is great on his own anyway. You can feel the emotion and the reality in everything he sings, and the lyrics that are just beautifully crafted. Needless to say, I love this album so much for a whole bunch of different reasons, from the music itself to the story to the relevance it has in everyday life, just the realism to it. If you haven't heard this album, please, for the love of God, check it out. Don't let its dark tones turn you off. Even if you're not a big Floyd fan, it is different from a lot of their other work, and still at the same time just as amazing. So tear down those walls and enjoy some awesome music. Oh yeah, and Toy Story 3 comes out today. Better go pick that up. Isn't this